Okay, hi everyone. I am here with your 612 lesson, How Can I Move a Shape on a Grid? Rigid transformations on a coordinate plane. Have you ever had trouble giving directions? Sometimes describing where something is or how it has moved is difficult. For this reason, people often use coordinate graphs like the one shown at right. Coordinate graphs help you describe directions with words like left and down. They also help you measure distances. Today you will work with your team to describe movement on a coordinate graph. You will also look at ways to describe where an object on the grid is before and after a transformation. As you work, use the questions below to help start math discussions with your team members. Is there a different way to get the same result? Did we give enough information? How can we describe the position? So we're going to look at problem 6-9. Problem 6-9. Felicia found a copy of a puzzle like the one in problem 6-1, but the lock is missing. All she has are the starting points and the moves to unlock the lock. This time her key is shaped like a triangle. The points are at A, -5, 0, B, -5, 3, and C, -1, 0. Step 1. Translate 4 units to the right and 2 units up. Step 2. Reflect across the x-axis. Step 3. Rotate counterclockwise 90 degrees about the point 3, -2. Help Felicia find out where the lock is by following her steps. The following questions are designed to help you. A. With your team, set up your own coordinate grid on graph paper. The questions below will help you. How many quadrants, regions should the graph have? Should it be a graph with only the first quadrant or a graph with 4 quadrants? How should the axes be scaled? How many units should you use for each side length of a grid square? So go ahead and pause your video right now and set up your graph on graph paper. Okay, so hopefully you're back with me and you've set up your graph. You should have set it up with 4 quadrants. And your axes should be scaled by 1s. Part B tells you, plot triangle ABC to represent the key. So pause the video and answer or plot your triangle. If you're back with me, you have plotted your triangle. For C, follow step 1 to translate the triangle. Name the new location of each vertex or corner of the triangle in the form. So you're going to do step 1 above, and then you're going to write the coordinates of the points. Pause the video and do this now. If you're back with me, you finished step 1, which was part C. Part D says complete step 2. Sketch the triangle in its new position and label the coordinates of each vertex. So again, step 2 above is reflect across the x-axis and then write the coordinates. Go ahead and do that now. E, where does Felicia's triangle end up? Complete step 3 on the graph and label the coordinates of each vertex. So step 3 was to rotate counterclockwise about the point 3, -2. So one thing that I want to mention about rotating is this is patty paper, and you should have some patty paper with you. If not, notebook paper will work. When you are rotating a point around something, you can easily trace on the patty paper. So if I had a triangle here, and this was the point that I was rotating around. If I wanted to go 90 degrees clockwise, and I know this is hard to see because my hand's in the way. So my pencil is here on this point. If I wanted to rotate this 90 degrees clockwise, I'm turning it once. Okay, that's the way the clock is going. Could do it again if I wanted to go another one. Could do it a third time, or a fourth time gets me right back to where I was. Okay, obviously when you're doing this, you are using graph paper underneath it. So let me get a piece of graph paper out. So if my triangle was here, and I wanted, whoops, you can't see, and I wanted to rotate it, hold my pencil, and you're just turning the patty paper. Okay, you then would want to make points underneath your patty paper so you knew where to connect. Okay, patty paper is a great way to help you with rotating and turning, so you need to make sure that you are using it. Like I said, if you don't have patty paper, notebook paper will work, but you need to make sure that you are using your resources. So you were only completing Prom 6-9. We will continue to finish going over it in class. If you have any questions, please email us.